You've got plenty of flight time, you've got your Part 107, and now you landed your first job on a film set. Today we're going to go over the do's and don'ts of being on set and how you can build a strong, lasting relationship with your clients. What's up, Rippers? Mike here with Drone Farm. So congrats, you've landed your first job on a film set. Set's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. There's always a lot going on. You might not be able to work the way you're used to working. You got to stay pretty on top of things, and things move fairly quickly. Getting great shots is just the beginning of your job. I've been working in the industry for close to 10 years now, and I feel that these tips will help you stand out not only as a drone pilot, but as well as a professional on set. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into it. Don't be late. In fact, make sure you're getting there early, 15-30 minutes ahead of schedule. The last thing you want is your client freaking out and wondering where you are or whether you're going to be even showing up that day. It's one of the most important and easiest things that you can do for yourself. So just make sure you're showing up ahead of schedule. Be organized and be ready to move. If you can't find your way through your kit with your eyes closed, you're probably not organized enough. We have a saying on set that production should never be waiting for camera. Now, what I mean by that is you definitely should not be skipping any safety procedures or properly building up your drone, but you should never be looking for a misplaced lens or a filter or some other piece of missing gear. And it not only slows you down, but everybody else on set. Things move on set pretty quickly, things get pretty hectic, I totally get it. So staying on top of your organization will really help things move smoothly throughout the day. Hey pilots, really quick before we move on, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. It would really help the channel out. Have good cases. This kind of goes hand in hand with the organization, but you kind of don't want to be rolling up on set with just kind of your school backpack with all your gear clunking around in there. Number one, it doesn't look professional. And number two, is your gear's just going to get way too beat up carrying it around that way. Now, you don't have to go overboard, but having good hard shell cases with the potential of customizing certain areas will really help you protect your gear and help you stay organized throughout the day as well. I'm pretty hard on my cases. I'm throwing them in and out of trucks all the time, going through airports all the time. I am in no way affiliated with any of these brands, but I'll definitely post some links down below of some of my favorite cases, and you can do a little bit more research and see what might work best for you. Have your own backup system. You should definitely not be relying on anybody on set to do backing up for you. Sometimes a set might have a DIT running around taking care of card transfers and backups, but you should definitely not be relying on that. So make sure you have a good laptop, a power source, some really high quality drives that can transfer footage quickly. You can transfer a terabyte of footage in probably around 15 minutes these days, probably even less, depending on the speed of your drives. And then make sure you have a secondary backup going as well. I know this sounds like a lot to do, especially if you're a one-person operation, but it's really important to make sure your footage is being stored in a safe place. I'll also add some links to some drives I use below. I find these are really fast, really reliable, and there's a few different options depending what your budget is. You're probably going to be working pretty close with the camera department. You definitely shouldn't assume that they're going to be helping you out with any of your stuff, but they're a good team to pay attention to where they're kind of keeping their cases, charging their batteries, storing their lenses, all that type of stuff. They're also a good team to talk to if you're looking to connect with a client monitor. We're not going to get too much into gear in this video, but you should definitely have your own client monitor and transmitter. This way you're not going to have a whole bunch of people looking over your shoulder when you're trying to operate. Listen and use your set ears. Make sure you're getting exactly what the director or the director of photography are asking you to get in order for them to tell the story. The last thing anybody wants is a drone operator going rogue and shooting their own shot list. It's extremely unprofessional, and you will never work with that crew again. Depending on the crew and the schedule, there definitely might be time for you to kind of play around and do your own thing a little bit, but otherwise you get the shot and you move on. Now, what I mean by using your set ears is make sure you're not too distracted and that you're paying attention when important things are going on. Things change on set all the time. You might be all set up, ready to go for the next shot on the list, which is a close-up. But then you might hear the director say, oh, hey, we want to get the next shot as a wide. So you'll know ahead of time that you need to go start prepping those things. Now, when you're ready to go, before anybody even asks you to do so, you're going to look like a rock star. All right, Rippers, hopefully you found some helpful tips in there. Don't stress too much about being on set. It's a great time. The more you do it, the better system you'll establish and find what works best for you. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you post down below. I'll do my best to get to as many as I can. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.